I'm delighted to have our guest here today from Petty Cassettes. I'd just like you to introduce yourselves and your role in the band.
How you doing? I'm David, vocalist and rhythm guitar.
Yeah, I'm Kieran and I'm the drummer.
That's fantastic, guys. So you're releasing your single "Sensitive Boy" on the 4th of February, and I know everything's been a bit mellow recently, and having a track which, in my opinion, is brilliant, much needed, and is relentlessly energetic has been good for my mood, and I'm sure it will for others. How does it feel putting out a song in a time like this?
It feels we're kind of lucky. We kind of stockpiled a few tunes, so we've got our next 3 releases because we could see this coming a mile away. All this continued lockdown, so it was good. Kieran won it. We kind of just went to the studio and recorded as many as we could, as many singles that we had at the moment that we wanted to put out. So it feels good to have some content to put out there.
Yeah, that's it. Totally agree with that. Yep.
And see, in regards to the single as well, how long has it been in the pipeline for?
That was one of the first songs that we done, wasn't it, Kieran?
Aye, pretty much, yeah. From
That's
the roots, aye.
The OG, as they call it. So it was cause that's the song that since we started actually that we close our sets with in it. So
Yeah.
We've always known it was going to be a track. It was going to be the single. Just this is us just getting round to it. So no, it seems like a good time as any to do it. So
did you have any different ideas once it was coming to the recording process for the live version, or did you just kind of keep it as it was?
No, I know we've changed it a wee bit. It always happens though. You get into the studio and everybody's got the headphones on. You can hear everything absolutely crystal clear, and all the ideas are flying about. So it has changed a wee bit. The drums changed on it, Kieran.
Yeah, changed up a wee bit. Yeah, I've probably even played it a bit faster now these days. I think every time we play a song, it gets faster and faster. You know.
I think that way live performances as well, you end up like losing control a wee bit, don't you, when you're doing a live performance and it just gets quicker.
Aye.
People are hearing it live because you just get dead carried away.
Aye, absolutely buzzing. So I ends up coming up about 200 RPM. So it's good though.
Cassettes is a band which infuses upbeat indie, rock, and punk music. What I love as well is how the songs are grounded in a Scottish narrative. How did these styles come together between y'all?
We kind of just open our mouths and let our belly rumble. Really, it's no. We didn't really. We've never really set out to have a certain sound, have we, Kieran? I don't know. We don't really. Just whatever happens really in the studio. But
yeah, pretty much.
The Scottish narrative is for ages. Like most singers, you would just copy what you hear on the radio and things like that. So it's always a daft American accent. And just one day I was like, I'm not American, so why would you do that? And end up actually finding my stride, and my vocal range was even better because it was just actually in your natural voice sort of thing. So, and I think a lot more people should follow suit. Be proud of your dialect. You know what I mean?
Aye, and Seal It, another thing as well. Seal It with the 4 E's coming together, and kind of creating that sound. You're always quite open to each other's ideas once you were starting it.
Aye, definitely. That's what's good. We bounce off each other, don't we?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, very creative.
Because it's a band as well that's got like a lot of different kind of styles that goes through it, and I must take it these are quite open with each other when all that can kind of come together and you are happy with it. Because sometimes with a band it can be like one person kind of controls it all, but I take it these are all quite. It's a bit of democracy.
Yeah, it's we're even because we're finding recently as well. We're kind of trying to not tie ourselves down to a genre, because there's a lot of different ideas flowing. Because at first you're kind of thinking, oh, we need to hold on to this thing we've got now, like what this type of sound. But with more and more dawned down as recently, Kieran, we've got a couple of new, way different than what we're used to, haven't we, Kieran?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's just obviously we're all into different influences and stuff, and then we mash all that together. And the more time we have writing stuff, it's crazy. It just every single track that we write, it gets differently and differently, changes. But it's good. It's a good thing rather than getting stuck in the same genre.
The next single is actually a ballad, so that'll be like we obviously our wee stamp on it. But because I'm a sucker for a ballad, I've absolutely love them, man. So the next one's more slower, but felt with emotion and fucking. It's really look forward to that one coming out next.
Aye, and I think I was saying this as well, but like listening through the single that's coming out, it's so refreshing for me to hear it, because people have just had, like, let's be honest, had a really shit time, and you actually forget that music's a thing sometimes, and bands creating stuff, it's still a thing. So I think people really get picked up listening to this, you know.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
But as I was going to say as well, see, in terms of the music you create, what musicians and bands have helped influence not only your music but your band's image? Because something I've noticed is it's really interested me for you listening to your band's catalogue.
I'll struggle with that one. I don't know. You can go. What do you think, Kieran?
Oh, it's a hard one for me. I can never answer that question. It's.
I wouldn't think. I know. But again, because we kind of just opened our mouth and let our belly rumble, as I said, we didn't like set out to sound like anybody, and I always struggle to kind of compare it to somebody out what it sounds like. But I know, like, and some of my personal influence, I don't know if they come across in the band, but Queen are my all-out favourite band. Obviously, the Beatles, anything before the 70s, all that stuff, man, I absolutely love it. But wouldn't say it comes across in our tunes to be right? I don't know.
See, when you're doing like photo shoots or whatnot, do you have like a sort of organisation about it, or do you just say, I just wear whatever you want?
I think we've tried that a couple of times, but you just they go, that mine look cool tomorrow.
Aye, because it's one of the things as well, like, all you are wearing like a certain attire, but then somebody fucking forgets that day and they put like grey on, and everybody's got pink and
we're not supposed to be wearing white. What are you doing? Nah, I think we just dress to impress. I don't know. That's I don't know. We don't really strategize much, as I think it would end well if we did. So.
Aye. No, so see that the process of writing music together during a pandemic, has it been beneficial to you in any way?
It's a lot more time. Like, it's, don't know if our last single lately, again, because we recorded a series of videos for the live. We started off just for, it was a collection of videos we were doing, but then we uploaded the audio as a live EP because it was good audio. And we also recorded the foundation of our last single lately. So, because the way we record it, it's not like we don't do it all separately and then overdub it all. We record like one good take of the band doing it, and then we'll do the overdub the vocals and lead guitar and back vocals. So we'd luckily recorded lately the foundation of that, and then a couple of months of lockdown went by, and then got in touch with the guy that records our stuff. We actually finished it remotely from the house. It was and we ended up spending so much more time on it because we had fuck all else to do. So we he remotely took over our computer, and it was like he was just sitting in the wee audio booth, but obviously in his house. And I was in here. He was like putting doovies up over my door and all that through his instruction to get it. But it ended up sounding even better because we had hundreds of time, and it was like, I've got nothing else to do today, so what else? So we ended up thinking outside the box, and so in that respect, more time in our hands, so more stuff has came, and obviously this a lot of writing fuel is going through pretty harsh and shite times, so I'm sure that will percolate away and it will come out amount to something. So
aye. And I was saying as well, see, like when bands come back together and they start gigging, 80% of them was going to start the song with "I." So I wrote this song during the pandemic. It's going to be the new thing, innit?
Oh, mate.
I wrote this song during COVID. It's going to be so fun.
It'll be for the next 20 years. COVID on my mind. So hopefully there'll be the silver lining. Some banging tunes come out of this shite time.
And I hope as well, where us will be a kind of re-emergence for people wanting to see local gigs as well, as well as like kind of like your hydros and stuff like that. So that's what we're hoping for as well. So
no, that'll be, because people have obviously taken life for granted. Like we're always, because I was just sitting on the couch the other day, and I was at, and I felt with joy thinking about it. I was how good is it going to be when you can just sit in the house with all your pals and just getting on it and just not worry about the police chapping your door and giving you a £60 fine for it. And it just put a genuine smile on my face thinking about it. So it's people take life for granted. So once gigs are back on, I'm sure everybody will be missing a gig. So it'll be good.
Definitely, mate. Definitely. And on the subject to that, you'll be missing live music just as much as anybody. And I know you're a band that will benefit for live performances in the future. Do you make music that will work just as well as in a studio as well as live?
I'd say so, Kieran. Everything we've wrote that has became a single has been a live song first. So because of obviously recently we've been experimenting and writing some tunes. So I don't know the tunes that we've obviously never played live. So we'll see how they translate. But as it goes, everything we've wrote has been a song that we've played live and then made it into a single. So we'll see what the future holds.
What is it you'd like to be doing this year then with music beyond the single then?
As I said, we've got a string of releases lined up. So we hope to do some. We've been talking about doing some cool covers our way. So see where that goes. But some more videos, a lot more writing. But we've not really got any plans at the moment. We're just we're focusing on this release, and then we're going to sit down and come up with a wee 6-month game plan what to do.
That's brilliant, and it's good to have that as well between a band, like a kind of calendar what you want today, because some people can just wing it and they just kind of do, we'll do this now, we'll do that. But having an actual kind of oversight of what you want to do is always good, and it tends to help a lot of musicians, you know what I mean, in the long run. But it's, I think as well as what's going on, it's really hard to kind of predict where you're going to be, because obviously you don't know when live music's coming back, so it must be quite difficult for you to try to work that out.
It's the future's it's bleak, so we don't even know. You just take it a day at a time, but just trying your best to keep going, and because it will end. It's going to end, and we'll be there when it does. So just see what happens.
Aye, well, it's been great having you on, guys. How can we find Petty Cassettes online?
We find us on Petty Cassettes on Instagram, Petty Cassettes on Facebook, Petty Cassettes on Twitter. Don't know how to use Twitter, so hardly on that. But aye, and check it on Spotify. So nice
on
one.
YouTube as well.
Oh, YouTube as well. Aye, look
at YouTube.
That's it.
Well, thanks for coming on, guys.
Cheers for having us,
thanks
mate.
for having us.